Hey y'all, it's part two, and you're going to see me clearing some things out of the way so that you can actually see what I'm going to be doing. And I'm hoping that this will explain a few things. I'm not done with the videos that are coming to Patreon for this month, but I thought I'd show y'all a little bit about the process. So I hope that you enjoy this, and I will see y'all again soon with another video, actually with a post with some pictures, and then maybe this evening another video. How I have things right now, because we're going into the latter part of the year. The last season, well, the last quarter, I guess I should say. And I've been changing a few things up. So one of the things that I've done, I'm going to try it out. We're going to try my self-care. And I'm sorry, the neighbor's cutting his grass. So I need to get better about self-care. And the only way I'm going to be able to do that is to track some of the things I'm doing. My Fitbit will not work. I've tried charging it. It will charge, but it will not hold the charge. So yeah, not good. So I'm gonna have to get another Fitbit. I like my watch. I don't want to replace my watch. I can't afford $200 for the Fitbit that looks like a watch. So I would rather have a little Fitbit you tuck in your pocket or in your waistband. About getting one of those. So I have that. That's simply for self-care. I will put appointments and stuff like that in there, but that's about it if it's a dental appointment or something. Now the Hobonichi is where I track all things. So in August I have some stuff that I need to do, and I keep up with bills. And like I said, I said it in the video, we may be going to Georgia. So here was Victor's So I'm supposed to pick up Victor these days, but I've got to call my daughter and find out from David about this week. David goes back to work and he should find out this week if he's going to Douglasville to work. And then I have to put the rest of David's schedule in for September. I have a dentist appointment. The 4th is my dad's birthday. This is our anniversary. So I'm going to show you my process. And I'm going to be humorous. I'm going to put this one right here, even though they're arguing, but it's so not us, but okay. And then we get to here, and this is this week. I haven't really done much for the weekend. I can go back in and we'll put Patreon. Part 1. Part 2. I still didn't get YouTube. I haven't, I just have not been able to. I really need to catch up on things. So this is where, I'm going to get back to this. This is where I will plan. I'm going to have to pick up Victor on Friday too. So and I've got to find out exactly what time the bus drops him off, so I will add that later. And I'm trying to use up some of these little stickers that I have. So we're going to do this right here. I don't have very many of them left. I like them, but I don't have very many of them left. And then let's see. Okay. Okay. So for now, what I normally do when I'm going to plan is I make a list, usually on a separate piece of paper. So this is where I have out this, and I've done quite a bit of this. So we're going to okay. Now my goals, which actually I think are here, my focus. Okay. So I have that. Now this I'm not going to do until we get to, so except for the Victor stuff. I'm actually doing time tracking here. And then we get to back here. We're going to talk about how I plan. Okay. Alright. So I'm more of a calendar based and a list based planner. For the most part. Appointments, events, birthdays, bills, that kind of stuff, forward planning, I'll go on the calendar. The calendar is the first thing that I look at. And then the weekly stuff is usually where I set up my week. It's a summary of what I'm doing. Since I've been getting busier, I realized that I have to change up some stuff. So like I've realized, thanks to planning, because I've not been doing some of the stuff I've been doing, I put it on my list, but it doesn't get done. So I realized I'm gonna have to do shorter videos for YouTube in order to keep posting videos on YouTube, or I'm gonna have to do live videos, so I still have time to do what I want to do. And then I also realized that I like a log for certain things to kind of see everything together in one place. So I'm going to do a log, I think, in this right here. I think I have a log, but we're gonna see. I'm gonna go back and look in there. So my daily pages are usually where I put my to-do list for most things. Like here, I have a list, and then I have what I wanted to ask myself or talk about, because this isn't. I've used this as a planner, and in order for me to get my thoughts together, this is my main place. So this is sort of time tracking, and I can go in and do the color, you know, right here while I'm on the page. So I ask myself some questions as I grow and change. As you grow and change, so does your process, as well as what you need. After 2 years on Patreon and almost 4 years on YouTube, my processes have been through various changes. My needs have changed, and they'll continue to change as I grow. So I have to ask myself certain questions. What do I need now? What do I love now? What do I want now? What can I realistically do? How can I make what I want and need to do happen? So I've got to figure some of this out, which is what I'm doing. Like I said, with YouTube, I realized some of the things I'm doing not working. So I've been sort of figuring out some things, because just not enough time in the day. If I take time for self-care, now that I'm actually taking time for self-care, I have less time, it seems like, to do some of this stuff. Because before, there were days when I was working a 16-hour day so I could get videos done. Because that's a video every single day, Monday through Saturday. If you look at my schedule, it's every day. So let's go to the weekly, where I have the weekly. And if you look at the video schedule, that's a video every single day, except on Sunday. That's a lot of video, a lot of work if I have to edit, and I do normally edit, which is why, like, Monday's musing videos are going live now. I'm not really doing coffee chats that aren't live too much anymore, except for y'all's, because it takes so much time to edit them. I might do more journal with me's if they get our internet straight where I can do OBS. Maybe I'll just use the one webcam. That'll make it easier, and I'll just flip it around so it's not upside down, because right now this is actually upside down. I'm gonna look at that. And right now I've done this morning routine because I'm getting back on track, y'all. I'm getting back on track, and maybe having Victor like this and having to revamp my schedule, my routine, will actually help me. But I do know I need to make some videos and for YouTube, and I need to get cracking with that, and I need to do better about posting the videos. So that's what I'm doing in here, and you can see, like, I write out things. I write down questions. I write down notes. You know, I've got notes in here about what I was going to do for things. So that's how I'm using this now. So for this, I need to put a tab on August. So I need to redo some of this stuff right here. Put some more stuff in here. But after I put these color things on there, I didn't like them. So I've got to add some more stuff in here because I did this the first week, and this tracking, I didn't track much at all last week, so we're going to start tracking again today, and then we'll get to the mood tracker. I didn't follow through, so I'll revisit that. We'll see about it. So this is, like I said, I don't know about this either because I've got that in the other, so in the weeks, but we'll see, because I don't know that I'll follow through with using the weeks, but I do know I've got to get better. So what will happen is I'm writing stuff out. So on this page, I'll pull a card and I'll write down the card. The weather. I'll do the weather, and I'll do the moon, and I'll do my mood, and then I'll start with some other things, and we'll get through, and I'll show y'all, because this is the more personal, like I'm doing work stuff in here, but I also have Victor stuff in here. Like I have Victor because that's big thing, it's major. So I mean, there's gonna be some crossover, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with some crossover, but I thought I'd keep up with more like the Omni Journal stuff, where I pull that oracle card and I do the weather and take notes throughout the day right here, because this is not a time sensitive. I don't have to write my actual to-do list. I'm just going to be writing down things as I go through, because I've got to-do lists everywhere else, so I don't have an actual to-do list in this anymore, other than the weekly spread. So when we get to here, that might seem kind of ridiculous, and I'm putting it in a bunch of different places in the calendar, but to be honest, it's better off if I do that, because I won't really keep up with it if I don't. So we've got, I did the creative time video, and this is going up now, so I don't know. And then I need to take pictures, and then on YouTube I need to go in, and we're gonna do this. And then I can put the coffee chats over here. This one out. I gotta figure out what else I'm doing. And I did this. I did a planner and a journal. I did a home and a life. And I think I did an art, but I did that all last week, so this is this coming week, so. And the blog, which I need to do, and then Facebook, I don't know, I don't know if I'm actually gonna keep up with this one. I may end up just taking that label off. So, we get right here. And what I've done is I put house stuff in here, and then I may, because I was doing like that stuff in here, the card and Happy Mail. I may do a little bit of journaling. This is where I'm a little bit this is work stuff. So we've got Monday in 2 different places. So yeah. So I'm pulling an oracle card. So I could technically keep a written log of what I do over here without of the things that I do as I do them, and then this would be more like oracle card, mood, weather, a quote, personal stuff, and do it that way. I think that might actually be better because this is more work stuff and this is more personal. I mean, I have this whole thing with work thing and I have home here, so I don't know, maybe do it the opposite because I've done this the opposite. So maybe do more personal stuff with the weather and stuff like that, because I want to know how much I'm getting done, and I think what I'm getting done has to do with how well I take care of myself. With the weather, Mercury retrograde threw me for a loop, having issues with technology stuff, when there's family stuff, and so I kind of want to keep track of all of but I like the idea of doing my personal stuff in here, which is going to be whacked out because I should have done this. It's just too much to kind of keep up with in this. I mean, maybe we'll see. We'll see, because I would have enough room if I just did initials and acronyms and stuff like that for work in here. Because I've got Victor stuff on here. So maybe this, I'll do personal notes here, because I won't have that much personal stuff. And then I'll keep up with what I'm doing right here. And we'll see how that goes. And then if that, then the next week I'll try it the opposite way, and I'll set up like I'm doing right now. So I've got home stuff in here, so I'll do personal stuff here. And then the next week I'll switch it and we'll see which one works better. So I'm trying to figure out what my actual process is and kind of go with the flow of things. I like for things to kind of work out organically, and I like that idea since this is how I've done it. And then we'll see whether I need to have that if I actually use the Hobonichi, because if I don't use the Hobonichi weeks, then I'm going to need that. But if I do, then I'm not going to need that. That space could take up something else that would be important. So that's pretty much what I'm doing, y'all. I sometimes I actually write down a bunch of things. Sometimes I don't. As you can see, I'm liking this. I'm liking this format So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. I really want to use the Hobonichi more, and I'm, like I said, I'm a planner, but I'm a journaler at heart. So how I plan really is more journal oriented. So so that way now you get a pretty good idea of what I'm doing. I still haven't found my coffee cup paper clip. I know I have it somewhere. It's just a matter of finding it. I have some page markers. I'm gonna go in and do some of my stuff in a little bit, but I really want to get this. I guess I should go ahead and set up Monday. Because I'm not really going to be showing this except for this page. So I'm going to go ahead and set up Monday in here, and YouTube's will be a voiceover. So and then that way I have a pretty good idea, and then I'll go from there. I'm not going to go too far ahead. I'm not going to go too far ahead. So I have an idea of what we're talking about here. And then I'll just do all my to-dos here, and then I'll write down what I did right here. Maybe that'll work. Yeah. Yeah, I could do the quotes and that stuff in there and just write down all my to-dos. Because if my to-dos take up more than this much space, this B6 size, then I'm in trouble anyway. So there we go. So I'll just put right back in here. And I need to make a tab for August. And that's it, y'all. That is it. I hope that you've enjoyed this. I'm going to do a journal video, but I want to get these two uploaded because this is the how I plan stuff, and then I'm going to time lapse. I'm going to do this part, show the actual setup. I guess that's what I should do. Just show the whole setup so that I don't have to repeat. So in the scribbles that matter, we have this, and then I need to go in here, and we're going to put Patreon starts on page 9. I'm telling you, this past week has been crazy, so I didn't write down that stuff. This is today, so it's really early still, so I have plenty of time to do this. Thank you for watching, and a lot of this was my process with planning, so I appreciate it. Y'all have a good one. Bye.